Nothing can forgive the sins I have committed. Take your blade and end your torment.
And why would I do that now? You're gonna need to give me some real answers that I know you have.
I was fortunate enough to...
No, hold on. You need to forgive me first before I hear your story.
Wait, I need to...
I want your forgiveness. I unchained that hellish jewel from you. I managed to find you in a place that doesn't exist. I shot myself with a charge of energy so strong that I could have undone every last carbon bond in my body. Because of what I did, what Koro here did, and the research the princess left behind, you can speak freely. Forgive me.
I forgive you? I never really thought about it that way.
And now, you can think freely too, unimpeded by that sword's curse. Tell me everything.
I claimed that sword because I wanted to destroy the army. They chained me to rocks and had me drag them behind me, used torture methods beyond what the mentally insane could even fathom, used my lack of wit to take advantage of me at every chance they got. And they had their way every single time. I didn't want to be charged with treason and espionage, so I opted to stay instead of being given life in prison. There were some that helped me along the way, like a supportive mother and father. Those soldiers kept me sane for my 1 year of deployment. But I couldn't take the pain. The scars on my body were showing. I wanted to heal myself and prove to the military that I was better than the tortured body they were used to. I took the dreams and followed the visions to the center of the world. And I called for it, awaiting its return. But I was a fool. I was greedy, I was childish. Without any recollection of my past or any thought of what the future could hold, I let the sword take me with it. And thus the takeover began. I want you to imagine something so you can teach this to the youth. I don't want anyone else to endure its horror. Imagine your soul is separated from your body and is being dragged along by heavy iron chains. Unwillfully, you watch as your lifeless body tears through the brim it created, killing soldiers, families, former friends, and even faces you've never seen before. They all had the same look in their eyes when they saw my malformed face and soulless stare. It was one of fear and nothing else. I became afraid of myself and what I could do. I was worried that I really would take over the army. And then I saw you two through the visions.
So you couldn't do anything about it. You described your life as if it were a looping program. It sounds like hell.
And that was what I didn't know. That book you stole from the study, the one you've been holding on to all this time, I read it too. You're just as smart as the princess, being able to figure out your way into this place, just as she did the research a century ago. Use what I'm about to say to finish that unfinished book now. That damn blade will cement your will in stone. Nothing can change who you are once you let it draw your blood. I chose you two to free me because you two were pure at heart with no malicious intent. You aren't stupid like me.
Just wrote it down. The sword has the ability to make dreams come true, but the cost is one's ability to change themselves. This is huge for everyone that's out there.
I have one last request for you to fulfill.
Who do you think you are? I don't know where I am. I don't know what you are, and you still have a planet-destroying weapon on your back. Go ahead, spit it out.
The first thing I asked of you was for you to kill me. I want you to fulfill that request. I don't want to live with this sin. Please kill me.
I understand. I understand.
This is just how it is. There's no saving him now.
But we can't just tell him. Keep us here and he knows there's more coming. He doesn't come in yet.
You're suggesting it? Just want to know him better than I do.
I'm alright. I'm alright. I just jumped off a fucking flying island and I'm alright.
Try not to move too much. We haven't checked any joints for damage.
Whoa! What happened to you? 3 days ago you were 4, 2 days ago you were like 150, yesterday you almost transmutated, and now you look 20.
Holy crap, it's like I wasn't 20 before. Snap out of it and listen, damn it!
Okay, yeesh, I just found it impressive. Do you have a rough idea of any injuries that I picked up?
We found a...
What's she on about? Hang on, why are you talking? I've never heard you speak before.
Well, it seemed a bit hard to sign my way through the ER, so I figured it'd be best to use words to make sure you didn't die. A thank you would be appreciated, by the way.
Good for you! Hey, did you all find my book with the moon thing on it? I finished it up there and I wanted to put it in the library. There's some info in there that I think could change the way we do things in this nation.
We had someone run it back to your place if that makes you feel any better.
Awesome. I'll be on my way home now.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. You've still gotta hide the sword.
Why me? There's like how many more people qualified than me to do that?
If you gave me that thing, I don't know the things I'd do. Robbie probably couldn't carry it very far, since the thing is like 4 times his size.
Last time I checked, I'm still alive without the usage of Mad Genius technology.
Shut up, loser. Anyway, you're the most qualified. You literally made the discovery of the sword and figured out its purpose, so you should seal it away.
Screw all of you guys. I'll do it, but not because you told me to.
Good to know there's someone here with enough guts to hold a damn sword. Find somewhere that you think will make sense to hide it.
I'll get to it, but only if you give me a kiss when I'm done. Aha!
Ugh.
How long do you think it'll take before the effects kick in?
Could be months, weeks, days, or even right now. This is a completely unheard of occurrence, so any and all symptoms are unknown.
That's bleak. I hope you understand why I don't want to tell him this.
You have sympathy, and don't want to see your friend unhappy, nor dead.
Yeah, that's just about it.
You can do one thing for me aside from keeping him safe. Don't let him get that sword.
I've had a day to think about this stuff, and there's one thought in particular that sticks out to me like a lightning strike in clear skies.
And what might that be? I'm curious.
Do you think that all of this was planned out by Solomon?
What do you mean?
It seemed like Solomon had changed at heart, but because of the blade, he couldn't really do anything about it. Oh, shit! I remember what I was gonna say.
Spit it out, genius.
I can finally complete Zelda's old research with this bit of info. The Sheikah's lunar sword had the ability to make dreams come true, but the cost was their ability to change themselves. To activate the contract, the sword must inflict a bleeding wound on the wielder, which is why Solomon was stabbed through the chest so many years ago. Hypothetically speaking, if I were to use this sword right now, I would follow whatever motivation I have, which in our case is to escape debt. The contract says that I would not change, meaning I would keep trying to escape debt by putting myself back in it. Solomon said he wanted vengeance against the old military, so he claimed the blade to make that wish come true. But since he probably read the same book that we did, he didn't understand the consequence. He tried to avenge his past on everyone, despite them not being involved with his life whatsoever. And that's why we were stuck bounty hunting for so long. I'm gonna make sure that no one else gets a hold on this sword. The Korok Forest seems like a good place to let it rest. Hey, what should we name this thing?
I think Moonslayer would be a good name. It's a lunar weapon capable of splitting the moon in half, and it slayed the old soldier's bad dreams. Hence the thought of calling it Moonslayer.
I like it. It's memorable.
Yeah, really memorable.
Alright, what's the shift today? There's a Lionel going about the promenade stopping people from entering the Spring of Wisdom. Hey, I should get to putting that book I finished in the library. Now I'll get to that tonight. There's more important things to do. How's everyone been? I take it we're set on supplies? Awesome. I'm gonna deal with this guy that's lurking in the mountains. I think I should go for an all-out frontal assault. You can't sneak your way around these idiots without getting your head cut off. I'm tired after that. I take it we're having salmon for dinner? It smells good. Can I have some? Alright, what's the shift today? There's a Lionel going about the promenade, stopping people from entering the Spring of Wisdom. Hey, I should get to putting that book I finished in the library. Nah, I'll get to that tonight. There's more important things to do. How's everyone been? I take it we're set on supplies? Awesome. I'm gonna deal with this guy that's lurking in the mountains. Hey, there's nothing here. The mayor needs to figure his shit out before telling us about a bounty. I'll go find something else to do for now. I'm tired after that. I thought we were having salmon for dinner. I guess a couple of omelets will do. Alright, what's the shift today? There's a Lionel going about the promenade, stopping people from entering the Spring of Wisdom. Hey, I should get to putting that book I finished in the library. Nah, I'll get to that tonight. There's more important things to do. How's everyone been? I take it we're set on supplies? Awesome. I'm gonna deal with this guy. Hey, there's nothing here. The mayor needs to figure his shit out before telling us about a bounty. What should I hunt for? We've been a bit short on money since the vision started. I'm tired after that. I thought we were having salmon for dinner? How'd you get your hands on a pizza?
Why now, man? I just wanted him to hang on for a bit longer. He's already started to slip away.
I've heard rumors around town that a mechanical noise is coming out of the Forgotten Temple. That's your next bounty.
What's he going to think of those? It's been nearly a week since the effects began, and he hasn't been able to learn or reason. He's been going back to the same place over and over, like a broken vinyl. And now he's gonna see the visions the same way. I don't want to lose him yet. Hold on. Just a little longer. Am I kidding? Get the hell up, loser! I can't rely on Pho for everything. I'll do my own research. I'll figure this thing out, surely. I can't know everything for certain since I wasn't the one involved in the accident. Not like he'd know either. Let's see. I left the castle as we were wrapping things up with Solomon because I wanted to hide the bow and shield. As I left and found myself in front of the castle, everything from the second gatehouse and higher began to rise. A strange red substance began to violently erupt from under the castle and the caverns around the land. I remember Pura and the team over there calling it gloom or something. I could have sworn I saw him jump off the front of the cliff, passing through one of the violent streams of gloom. But doesn't that seem a bit far-fetched? A full-blown brain rot happening because of some thick air? We were standing in the castle for a long time and never had anything happen to us. I'm coming up on the research facility, so it wouldn't hurt to talk to those maniacs again.
I didn't get the full story from Pura, but you're suggesting that his infection came from gloom? The mist at the castle is nowhere near as concentrated as the gloopy stuff that came from the caverns.
Yeah, I know it's stupid. I'm not a mad scientist like Pho.
Do remember not to brush what he says off of your shoulders. He's a well-respected researcher. He's made discoveries that have helped us fix the patients that came into contact with that red splodgy junk.
And what does that make me?
Someone who he talked to, shared with, hunted with, and discovered with every day. Don't put your own thought down the gutter just because you think it's stupid.
Well, thanks for bringing up my mood a little bit. Let me think for a second. Even though the gloom spewing from the castle caverns was misty, it was moving at an alarming rate. From where I was standing, I managed to see him jump straight through the stream without him knowing it was below him. The gloom could have entered his body through his mouth, ears, nose, nostrils, basically anywhere with a clear path to his head.
Anywhere?
Yeah, but damn, you didn't even let me. Damn! Yeah, made me lose my train of thought. Anyway, I'm thinking that the gloom seeped to his brain and latched on. Now, we thought that there would be symptoms, but didn't know the exact types of symptoms. We thought he would lose his memory, and
Why'd you stop?
well, we were right.
Yikes! And do you have any idea how this happened?
Why do you think I'm here, just to be sad? I want to see if you know. Both of you.
Those people who came in contact with the vicious gloom from the caverns couldn't move whatever limb came in contact with it. Some of them couldn't walk, some of them couldn't use their hands, some of them couldn't move their eyes.
That's metal.
No kidding. This stuff is brutal and eats away at living tissue. It doesn't seem like those patients have gotten any better, and if anything, have lost more access to those limbs. That infection we found was small, but if it is in any way related to gloom...
Why'd you stop? You were onto something.
Dramatic effect.
Fuck you.
If the infection we found is related to gloom in any way, it will continue to grow, possibly ensuing more intense memory loss, kind of like you're thinking through fog. I don't know for certain, though. I build funky research equipment, not study brains.
You're jumping the gun a bit here.
What more needs to be said?
I don't know, I'm not smart. Why are you suggesting that the gloom causes memory loss? I'm not Fa, remember?
Holy shit, man. When touch gloom, bad. Gloom, eat tissue. Brain is tissue. Therefore, gloom eat brain.
Oh, so you're saying that—
Yes! Yeah! Whatever version of approval you state. His brain going to go bye-bye.
Oh, forget this. I have all I need. Piss off.
Not everyone is a psycho genius like you. And you wonder why no one wants to hang around you for more than 10 seconds.
At least I'm nice to look at, you bag of dust.
You really didn't hold back with that kid.
No, I didn't. That was too harsh.
He's strong. He's seen things we'll never be able to. He's even killed something like a guard. But he's a kid. He has so much left to see.
I'm sorry, kid.
Now you sound like an inconsiderate idiot. I think I've known you for a bit, but you just couldn't ever accept that you made a mistake. You just kept going and going until the right answer finally showed itself. Some of us aren't psycho geniuses. Some of us just aren't ready to know what you do. He's probably gone back home by now, so you best hope he's willing to work with your ass.
Is this like some new viral disease? A gloom-born illness that eats away at tissue in the brain? Ugh. Now I'm getting all curious. I want to ask this patient some questions so I could publish it as research. Where is this guy? He's not resting underground, not sitting at a stable, not resting on a bed outside of the chasms. What gives? Old man, where is this guy? Hey, an answer in sentence form would be nice. I heard you all talking about this case outside. Where is he? The data we could get from that will grant a new foundation to health as we know it. Well, clearly I'm dreaming since no one's listening to a thing I say. This is probably just another one of those stupid midnight visions that don't go away! No one else wants to figure out the dreams? Then I will! I'm a goddamn genius!
I don't realize how lucky we are to even be here sometimes.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
I just figured since we really did get lucky with our research, we managed to outlive an entire century of people. He didn't get lucky. He figured it all out. His whole thing was researching weapons and life, and he figured it out better than we could even dream of doing it. Now I'm just scared.
Scared of what? Dying?
Could you imagine forgetting your proudest work? What would that do to you?
Alright, what's the shit today? There's a Lionel that's...
No, don't worry. I already took care of it, so you can have a day off.
Look at you, acting for yourself and stuff. I'm all sore. I bet a walk would be nice right now. Why is everyone being so quiet? Is this some inside joke that I'm not in on? It's all so cluttered and hard to latch onto. It's like I'm a dangerous celebrity and I don't know anyone. Do I know these people? I've never really spoken to them because I just kind of figured they wouldn't care about what I had to say since I'm just a nobody bounty hunter who likes research. All of these people probably have families to go home to, parents to love, loved ones who passed on, and they all seem like they're having a good time too. Where's my family? Is there? What about that fancy sword that everyone talks about? We've been able to manufacture some armory that I don't even understand, and yet I can operate it so well. This stuff really is quite fascinating.
You even forgot about the sword.
Yeah, he did.
You seem pretty self-aware, little guy. I want to see what you know about this whole thing.
I think my dad told me that man was really smart. He said a bit more stuff too, like about how he figured out the scary dreams we have every night, or how he told the really strong people to never allow us to touch a really dangerous sword. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. I want to remember all that, but also add in what I'm about to say.
What's that?
He didn't grow up with a dad or a mom or really anyone. He's learned essential skills on his own, made discoveries on his own, and even bought his own house. And yet despite all that hardship, he wanted everyone to be safe with their families. He never let his feelings consume him and was instead a selfless man, devoted to helping families. He wants you to love your family. Do that and you'll be fine.
Thanks, sir.
No problem, little man. I'm gonna be on my way.
Everyone's been really distant lately. Was it something I said? Am I wearing something funny? Why do the people I remember look so different in person? It's like everyone looks sick, almost like everyone stayed up all night and has eye bags now. I did hear people back at home murmuring about an airborne infection, but I would think that people would start getting ill physically and not literally change physically. I'm a doctor. I'm sure I can help. Maybe I'm lucky or something, along with Koro. He seems like he's been doing just fine. Everyone else is treating me like a child for some reason. Don't they know that I completed that... What did I do? Why am I so famous here? Why is everyone being so distant? Was it something I said? Am I wearing something funny? Why is there no light? Where are those cubes? Why is there a shadow man on the island?
I didn't have the courage to tell you.
You're here too? You gotta help me get out of here. I know I don't usually force things upon you, but you gotta help me. I know I can stop everyone from having to endure this mental torture. I just need the sword. That's all.
You don't trust anyone anymore, just like you did before Solomon. And you can't accept that you have no idea what you're about to do!
But I can do it! I know I can too! The solution is right in front of our faces! I can fix everything. It's really that easy.
The sword still harbors access to our dreams, holding on to whatever part of the soldier's bloodline is left. Its story must be taught to the public to eliminate any and all confusion of its interference in our lives. I propose a barricading of its resting site to ensure that no unknowing soul unleashes its horror. An essential education to the people of this land to ensure that—
You're gonna do what?
Speak of the devil! We took your research and hearing up to the new king and received funding to bar off the entrance to the forest.
You would throw away a tool like that? Like that? Who do you think you are?
Is this guy crazy? Yeesh, why so aggressive? Well, it's nice to meet the man behind the discovery. But why such a flippant thought? Didn't you ultimately decide that no one should hold the blade for the rest of time?
Quit it with the fancy speak. You're restricting access to potentially unlimited power. Let me on this damn podium.
I kind of want to hear this.
Why is everyone so interested in me? By removing our access to this sword, we remove access to a better life for all. This relic could restore any and all damage done to the living, and dare I say non-living as well. We could bring back the dead. We could restore funds to the impoverished. We could feed the hungry, end war, and even—
This goes against everything you wrote. Why are you suggesting we bring back the thing that could have destroyed the world?
Well, I didn't think I was going against any—
How do we even trust anyone with the sword when we know it's destructive power?
Because I know I can—
Your presence is so important. So Link, why shouldn't people know about it?
Well, because I think we can— That's the same thing as— What research did I do?
Who do you think you are? He says to the guy who he hired to build a barricade? What's wrong with you?
It'd be stupid to hire someone for that. What the hell is happening, and why is everyone claiming I have all these accolades? I should be saying thank you, but instead everyone looks at me like I'm wrong. I need you to tell me what's going on since you're the most sane person on this planet right now.
Well, it's,
Your silence is worrying me. What did I do?
You did do that research.
Come on, man. Cut the shit! You sound just like those angsty press reporters. Why is everyone refusing to take the sword? I know I'm not the only one that knows about it, since everybody's constantly talking about it when the sun comes up.
And why would they know what it is? How would they know what it does? Why would everyone here have the same grudge against it, huh? Surely they must have heard it from someone, don't you think?
And if you suggest my name out of the potential millions of other people that could have been involved with this thing, I will have your head on a stick with the rest of them who blame me for everything.
You're being completely illogical. I'm gonna kill you because I didn't do this thing? Like, what is going on up there? Is the transmission jammed? Is being an idol really so bad? We sound like children arguing over who's faster at singing the alphabet.
No bounty hunter is crazy enough to randomly start talking about science.
Oh, I can think of one.
And he's gotta be next level crazy. We're offered a bounty, we kill a thing, and we get our money. We don't have time to do all this research.
And somehow you figured out the history of 100 years in a matter of 3 days. It's amazing, don't you think?
I did this, I did that. I made this and that discovery too. And no one shows me a damn thing I did! They're all just taken for some rumor that they don't know the origin of, that I don't know the origin of!
Are you blind? You haven't been to the library to see your name plastered on the fucking walls? You haven't looked around your own house to see the mess of papers that you created? You haven't trusted the mad geniuses that worship your work like the goddess? You're blind. You're blind. You're blind. You're blind!
His condition has worsened. Any ideas, genius?
Aw, thanks for the compliment. And no, these two are an unstoppable force. If we tried to get in their way, they'd probably kill us, you know?
Well, yeah.
I'll just go ahead and say this before I forget. Foe is slowly forgetting more and more every day, but his strength will never be forgotten. One day, he's going to get that sword, and everything will go under. I'll do as much as I can to buy as much time as possible before everything ends. I want to die peacefully before it all goes black.
Yeah, till it all ends.
I think I made a mistake.
Well, look at you going through your character development. What did you finally realize?
When they came up from the castle, when I checked them out and he finally woke up, he wanted to know what was wrong. I was stopped by his friend because I had sympathy at the moment. It has me thinking, what would happen if I just told him? I think we might have been fine.
Why did you make me do this? I swore from the beginning that I would help you get out of all this stupid mess. We were so close, too. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do once you're gone. You carried me through this hell. You gave me a place to live, put food on my table every day, taught me how to fight. And now I have to walk through this hell on my own. I'm sorry for fighting back. I know you probably won't remember me in a couple of days, but I just want you to know that you did good. Please don't forget that.
Tarnished sword had the ability to make dreams come true. The Korok force nests. I will not let anyone stop me from saving this world!
No! Pura's theory was right! He doesn't remember anything! If I get that sword, everything you've ever known will be erased from existence!
What? You let him go? You let him go?
It was midnight. You know the dreams happen at midnight, right? He started fighting me and I resorted to being offensive and I knocked him out. He saw his own vision in that dream and it told him everything that was unclear. I don't know if he's gonna trust anything I say after that.
Where is he?
I'm following him now, but I'm not sure how long I can keep the sprint going. I'll stay on him as long as I can.
Coward! Is this your legacy? All you do is run! How can you fix everyone if you can't even fix your own fear?
The wax tortured soul. He knows not what he is doing.
Who's there?
You remember this place, right? This is where you saved the world, along with your friend who led the charge.
This is the same place I went to when I fought Solomon. But I didn't touch the sword, and Solomon is dead, so... Who are you?
I'll let you figure that out. I know you're bright.
I thought you were dormant.
How would I be speaking to you if I was dormant? How would everyone still see the dreams and the memories? Why would everyone still want to claim me?
Because of what you are? I don't know, I could never connect the dots like fuck could.
As true as the first statement is, I do desire for more than what I am. Yeah. Your friend managed to sympathize with that, which is why I hate to see him decay like this.
Why can't you stop him? Can't you, bend reality?
Yes, and as such, people seek to use me differently. Maybe he wanted to save lives, bring back the dead, end poverty, feed the hungry, but they were all guilty. They were as such, they see me differently than someone like you would. Thank you for being true.
But why wouldn't I destroy everything? I'll figure that out too.
Because you aren't stupid. You know what will and won't kill you. You know which is why you won't claim me. It's why you...
I don't... What's your point? Why can't you stop him? What?
General, we woke up to that blaring radio call from one of the boys we saved from the castle.
Figured. I managed to hear it from 4 miles west and rushed here. The army is still stationed here, right?
Unless I fell asleep for 5 minutes and everyone tried to leave, they should still be here.
I believe it is in our best interest to defend the area around the Sky Islands to stop that boy from going any farther. Send the troops there and keep that boy alive. He is a valuable asset.
Can do so.
Who was that just now?
The Hylian general, I believe.
He never gave you his name.
I trusted his judgment enough.
You might have just done something awful. You know that?
We have you surrounded! Under the order of the Hylian General and Dr. Robbie, we have been tasked with bringing you to Lookout Landing alive. Surrender now, or violent actions will be taken.
He set me up. So bad.
The sword has the ability to make dreams come true, but the cost was their ability to change themselves.
do you think you are?
You keep trying to hold me back like everyone else. You treat me as if I'm going to kill myself with everything I do. What the hell am I to you?
What happened to you, man?
What do you mean? I never thought I'd changed since being hired by the royal family.
You seriously can't remember anything? We've been at this bounty hunting thing all of our lives. You placed the very sword you see in front of you on that pedestal. Remember Solomon? And the fields being lit ablaze 100 years ago? The repossessed guardian takeover? Nothing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If I tried to stop you right now, you'd grab Moonslayer without a second thought to defend yourself, and I'd lose you. If I leave you alone with your thoughts...
What are you...
Shut the hell up and let me finish! If I leave you alone with your thoughts, I may lose you just as fast as the previous option. But me trying to talk to you right now gives me at least one more chance to see the last person who cared about me alive. Wait, no. No, it's only gonna hurt more when I walk away. I can't do anything to stop you, dude. Just don't touch it. You'll never change. You'll live to see your dreams become others' nightmares. I don't want you to end up like Solomon.
Shut up! I just want to make everyone feel happy. Make everyone feel safe. Maybe people would love me more if I did that. Maybe Mom and Dad wouldn't have died if I had taken up the job before the house got raided. You saw it too, with your own eyes. With this, I can bring them back. I can bring everyone's loved ones back to their old families. I can stop war. Hell, I can even free the spirit of the hero from its curse. What about that? Doesn't make sense to you?
We didn't have the courage to tell you.
What?
Well, it seems like you had problems remembering things after the upheaval, as if you started to distance yourself from us more and more every day. When you woke up and saw Pura, that was when we managed to pull you down from the floating land masses. We found a brain infection that was eating away at the living tissue within your head.
I
It's like
haven't
you forgot
forgotten
everything about
anything.
yourself. your
You're still
achievements, your
right
friends,
here,
your
right?
moments,
You remember the raid, our job as hunters, our purpose. Now you're seeming crazy. What does any of this have to do with me?
If you weren't so crazy, I might have actually pulled you away from this damn to hell site by now. You don't trust anyone anymore, just like you did before Solomon. And you can't accept that you have no idea what you're about to do. I won't be able to save you.
With this, I can save everyone. I can finally set everyone free.
Hang on, why are you talking? I've never heard you speak before.
What research did I do? I will have your head on a stick with the rest of them who blame me for everything. And no one shows me a damn thing I did. You keep trying to hold me back like everyone else. Now you're seeming crazy. What does any of this have to do with me? You said a brain infection.
I understand.
Please don't save me.
When someone has a desire, it will inevitably become a goal. Bad goals, and even mediocre everyday tasks are all perceived differently by those around you. I see your desires and your goals. They're all too blind to deny the idea of a person. My original purpose was to cure the mentally suffering and prepare them for war. And I hated it, war. I hated being everyone's birthday. Some people deserve to live in sin for the horrific actions they have committed. And so I left this earth. I discarded any pearls I once had, and instead fulfilled my place as a tool to assist the needy. All I saw were their desires, and every single time I had fulfilled them. His desires are no different than others. He wants to feel as loved as everyone else.